Let's do level 80 map real quick. Right. So the gameplay is pretty simple. You just run around and shout. And there's two modes of shouting. One is the rapid fire and another is the explosion component. And what I recommend you to do is basically use the corpse explosion to open, and then use the rapid fire shout, the war cry, to clean up the remaining mob packs. And of course, when you use the corpse explosion, sorry, you can use the corpse explosion when you meet rare enemy to basically almost one-shot them. Let's see if we can find a rare enemy. And the gameplay is kind of nice because you, even though your movement speed is not very high, you're considerably more mobile when playing because of the shout animation that basically doesn't slow you down like other warrior skills. It kind of plays like Bomberman if you know the game. You just run and then leave your bombs at where you expect the enemy to be, and then just shout. Okay, so here's a rare at full health. Okay, one shot. So, and this is level 80 map already. So yeah, I think it deals around 1 million damage per explosion. Not really sure. Let's see if we can find the unique boss in this map, and you can see the damage in a while.
Need mana. Out of mana.
And because you're very mobile during gameplay, it also allows you to basically evade most undead effect on the ground. Okay, I'll just drop this solar orb or high font of blood and font of mana for Legion. Okay, let's see the damage. Okay, boom, 1.2 million per shot. Then you wait the cooldown a little bit. Boom, another 1.2 million. Okay, I'm just playing around. And basically that's about it. Feels really nice, to be honest. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I just want to share with you guys the latest character that I've been playing. I'm still actually playing my artillery ballista build. It's just that I wanted to do something interesting while I traverse through the Atlas, finding all those citadels, and I started playing a new character, Warbringer. I wanted to play this character as a perfect strike character and just playing around with it. It's just that I've come to the conclusion, well, it's basically a common knowledge already, that the warrior's clunkiness is really not that suitable for the pace of endgame mapping. So I tinker around how to salvage this character, and I came up with a corrupting Warcry build. But then corrupting Cry is very good during mapping. I was just thinking about what to do with the single target component. From what I see, people play around with things like Totem or Hammer of the Gods, but I wanted something smoother than that. And what I came up with is basically exploding my minions, and we can do that via the ascendancy here. Corpses in your presence explode when you Warcry, dealing 25% of their life as physical damage. And we combo this with the Spirit Gem Sacrifice. While active, your undead reviving minions can be used in place of corpses by your skill, but your minions revive more slowly. And we use Skeletal Warrior that... Okay, wait, let me change the weapon set. We use Skeletal Warrior that has from playing around, has the most efficient ratio of total life versus spirit reserve. So the current setup allows me to summon at least 12 Skeletal Warrior, and each of them has a maximum life of basically 33,000, and that's how I can damage the enemy up to 1.2 million per shot. And I set up this build in a way that transition between the rapid fire corrupting cry component is very smooth, where when you meet tougher enemies or when your minions are able to revive, you can just change with a single push of a button. So when you meet enemy, you do Warcry, Seismic Cry to knock back the enemy a little bit, to give you a little breathing room, and then you explode and hopefully hits one of the enemy closest to you. And once that enemy die, then you can use your rapid fire Warcry back to basically start exploding that enemy instead. And their life is usually much higher, and basically you can just do a chain explosion reaction using Seismic Cry. Like, you explode the closest enemy to you, and then that enemy die, and then you Warcry again, you explode the second line of enemy, and then you Warcry again, you explode the third line of enemy. So basically that's how you clear very dense mob pack almost instantly. And yeah, basically that's the core concept of the build. I mean, it's kinda simple, but I guess I need to explain how to set up the build in itself. Okay, let's start with the gear, with the gem first. Okay, first up is Seismic Cry. This is our rapid fire portion. We have this link to Corrupting Cry, Swift Affliction, Brutality, and Inspiration. This allows us to basically spam your Corrupting Cry quickly, because Corrupting Cry can be stacked up to a maximum of 10 times. And basically you can either choose to just spam your Seismic Cry to build up that stack, or if you believe your reviving minion cooldown has passed, you can just explode the enemy, then just switch back to your Seismic Cry. Okay, Infernal Cry, you can use it at the lowest level as possible, because you want to keep the mana cost low, and then just link it with Dazing Cry to daze enemy on use. And then Solar Orb is our supporting skill. We just use it with Font of Blood and Font of Mana plus Persistent. I only use it during bossing, because the main drawback of this skill is that the range is kinda low. So you're basically just playing around at melee range during bossing. Okay, the first setup. Okay, just a heads up, Seismic Cry is weapon set 2, your rapid fire setting, and Infinite Cry is weapon set 1, your explosion setting. Okay, for weapon set 1, we need 2 aura. Well, basically 1 aura, 1 minion. Your first one is Sacrifice, which allows your reviving minion to be counted as corpse that you can explode. And then your Skeletal Warrior, you need to link it with Make Shield so that it has a more maximum life multiplier. And then Minion Mastery plus Physical Mastery to raise the level. And then make sure you set this configuration to be used as weapon 1 only. And this one summon also 12 summon fully in weapon 1 and weapon set 1, and weapon set 2 only, summon 0. And then for our rapid fire setting, this is rapid fire setting. Our Seismic Cry is our defensive setup, something that we use when our minions are reviving. Time of need, we link it with fast forward. To be honest, you don't really need it. Blink, something very nice to have with your available spirit. You link it with ingenuity. Herbalism also something I just included because I have the extra spirit, but you don't really need it. Overwhelming presence, also, to be honest, not really something you need, but it's nice to have enemies have reduced stun threshold. But to be honest, you don't really need it because of the combo you have with Dazing Cry and also Seismic Cry that has more stun build up modifier. But if you have the spirit, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't use it. And then use it with Clarity and Vitality. And then finally Blasphemy. Take as high level as possible with maximum quality. Use it with Enfeeble, Magnified Effect, and Heightened Curse. Again, also something you only slot if you have the additional spirit. So basically these 4 aura you run with your rapid fire setup. These 2 aura you run with your exploding cry setup at weapon set 1. And you need, after you explode your corpses, make sure you use your rapid fire setup to go back to weapon set 2, because weapon set 2 is what you'll be staying at most of the time, because that's where you have your high HP, high regen and whatnot. Because you can see here, we're fully, well, not fully, but we're focusing on damage during explosion. Our life reduced from 33,000 to 2,600, and also our life regen goes down by a lot. And this is because we split the offense and defense component of our build. Okay, also something I need to highlight, because I talk about reviving minions. The reason why we need to stay back to weapon set 2 is because after you explode your minion, there's actually a timer, an internal timer with your character where your minions will be revived. So there's really no reason to stay at weapon set 1 because you want to do damage with your Seismic Cry instead. So we can in a way go all in on damage, well, to a certain extent that you want on damage for weapon set 1, and then go back to weapon set 2 to, well, basically be much safer. Okay, next we'll move on to the passive tree. It's kinda janky, I won't lie. Okay, but I'll show you slowly in a bit. So you start as warrior, and then okay, sorry, you can't really play this build without at least getting Great Wolf Sound. You need at least your second NC before you can actually play this build. So I recommend playing something else and then only respecking once you get Great Wolf Sound. Okay, so you start from here, and then you pass through here. You go here, and then with weapon set 2, the green color is our weapon set 2. You take plus strength here, and then skill mana cost converted to life, and then go here, and then you're basically just focusing on strength and defense. So strength, and this one weapon set 1 for your Warcry, and then okay, just a heads up, increased damage with Warcry only affects your Warcry and your corrupting blood inflicted by your Warcry. It doesn't affect the corpse explosion component from your ascendancy. Well, as far as my testing goes anyway. And then you go through here for Warcry speed and recover life. You want this to be your common point, because you want it to apply Warcry speed to apply to both your Infernal Cry and Seismic Cry, and then pass through here. Okay, then you go through here. You take this one, increase physical damage. This one applies to both the corpse explosion and also the corrupting cry and seismic cry. So you want this as your common passive node, and then this Warcry speed and increase damage for each time you've Warcry recently. This one applies to both, so you want it as your common node again. Then go through here, then pass through here. Okay, to be honest, I can't really decide on which path you want to go through first. I'm just showing the most important component first, which is basically this Warcry node right here, and then this Warcry and strength node right here. And then as you go on, you also want to branch out here. You go through supposedly the Templar tree for strength and intelligence, and life regen. Then you pass through here, and basically you're only passing upwards because you want this cluster right here, because it has minion has increased maximum life, and also minions revive faster. So you want minion revive as your common node, because from what I understand is even though sacrifice has minion revive 30% more slowly, but if you explode your minion and then change back to weapon swap 2, your minion timer follows an internal timer that your weapon swap 2 can also apply. So this is why we take this as our common node, because we want we want the time that we stay in weapon set 2 to also apply to the minion revival time. And then with weapon set 1, the exclusive node that you want to take are minions have increased maximum life, increased physical damage. This one I'm just taking some intelligence node to have to basically cast my minion at highest level that I can use the skill gem on. And then still weapon set 1, minion life. Then still at weapon set 1, minion life, and reduce maximum life but increase physical damage. So you're basically going full offense and minion life on your weapon set 1. And then for weapon set 2, which is our defensive setup and also our corrupting cry, we want all this strength node right here, strength node to increase the damage of our corrupting cry. Then I'm taking this one for life regen, because weapon set 2 is our defensive setup. And then this one increase damage with Warcry, also again to increase the damage of our seismic cry and corrupting cry. And yeah, that's basically the part about passive skill tree. Yeah, I think it's kind of janky, but I guarantee you it works. I already played around with this build by quite a lot. And the good thing about this build, because of the janky pathing also, we also have a lot of jewel socket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm also planning taking this one as my 6 socket. So for our jewel, we want basically minions have increased maximum life and increased physical damage, because minions have increased maximum life applies to your minion explosion, but increased physical damage applies to both your explosion and your corrupting cry. So basically you just want that. Increased maximum life, global phase damage, but I also have increased life regen, because that's the other beneficial mod that you can roll on your gem. And yeah, basically maximum life, life regen, global phase damage. And then because we're playing Warbringer, we also have high chance to block. This is part of the reason why I'm also taking this here block chance, where it says increased damage per 1% chance to block, and also this one, another increased damage per 1% chance to block. And currently the build is sitting at 72% chance to block, and that translates to because we take 2 identical nodes, that basically translates to 144% increased damage. And because the increased damage is a global type, it applies to both your corpse explosion and also your seismic cry and corrupting cry. Oh, and also for our ascendancy, first ascendancy we want to take war caller. Second ascendancy we want to take Great Wolf's Hall. But again, I only recommend you to play with this build after you take your second ascendancy. Third ascendancy, you want Release Training for base chance to block. And your fourth ascendancy, to be honest, I really haven't decided on what yet. Turtle Charm seems like the obvious option, but I'm not sure how it's going to affect your block chance when you take this. So I'm not really taking it at the moment for now. Envious Weight can be quite nice because you breaking armor. It buffs the damage of your explosion by a small amount, but it's not insignificant. So you can use it, but I'm not sure how well it functions with Seismic Cry in terms of how fast it can break enemies' armor. So that's why I'm not taking this. Not really keen on taking this also. And also, I guess you can take Jade Heritage if you want to play around with it, but I'm not really sure how it goes with that skill. I'm just saying the build functions well enough even at 2 ascendancy or second ascendancy or third ascendancy. And then finally we'll talk about the gear. Okay, for the gear, the main equipment that you really want is this unique helmet. The only thing you want out of this unique helmet is here. Equipment and skill gems have reduced attribute reservation. This helmet allows you to have not so high intelligence value, and then you can pump the rest to strength so that your corrupting blood can have a respectable amount of damage from it. And then for your weapon set 2, which is your rapid fire, you want your scepter to have high spirit and with increased spirit roll, and then strength, intelligence, and also increased mana regen rate. This is very cheap, to be honest. I think I bought this one only for 1 exalt. It's basically free, and at most maybe it can cost like 10 or 20 exalt only. And then your weapon set 1, which is the one you use for exploding your minions, you want to have again high spirit, and then minions have increased maximum life, and then plus level to all minion skill, because this will increase the minion life of your undead warriors so that you can explode them for even more damage. And for the shield, I recommend you use Oak Swan shield because it has it can roll spirit. And actually there's also another mace that you can use. I believe the name is Troll Timber or something, that can roll plus 3 level to minion skill gem if you want to go all in on your minion explosion. It's just that I'm not really comfortable without having I'm not really comfortable if I don't have a good block chance on my character, even though weapon set 1 is the one we only use in quick swap for exploding minions, because if you don't have the block, it kind of forces you to play a little bit more careful, and I want my play to be easier. So yeah, that's why I use this shield instead. But Troll Timber is a valid option also if you want to go all in on the damage. And then for our remaining gear is something that we focus mainly for with weapon set 2 in mind. This is because that's the mode that we'll be staying on most of the time. Okay, we want strength on every roll of the gear, and the rest are basically just life and resistances. Life, strength, and resistances. Life, strength, resistances. Boots, of course, you want movement speed. Life, strength, resistances. And for your amulet, you want strength, life, but also level of all minion skills, because this would contribute to your single target damage, which is what you want for bossing. And for the shield, for weapon set 2, we want life, strength, and also preferably percentage additional physical damage reduction for to be tanky. For our chest, this is actually something flexible. I just want something to function well defensively at low cost, and I have to say Perfidy Knight Armor is quite good because it has a flat chance to avoid physical damage from hit and chance to avoid chaos damage from hit without taking part of your evasion. So as you can see here, our evasion, I'm sitting at 0% chance to evade, but Perfidy allows me to basically have a chance to evade that does not rely on your evasion rating. And also for Path of Exile 2, Intimidate is quite good because it's a debuff that inflicts 10% increased damage. Again, something that we want because it's kinda hard to buff our Corrupting Cry. But also reduce enemies have reduced damage dealt in your presence, and your presence has a 6 meter radius by default. So the defensive layer of this build is quite strong because first you have high block chance, then you have well, some armor, no, not really that useful. Then you have evasion, base evasion that comes from Perfidy. Then you have less damage dealt by your enemy from Intimidate, and also less damage dealt from your enemy if they enter your Enfeeble, which is a little bit smaller than Perfidy Knight Armor, but this helps a lot for enemies that basically wants to melee attack you in the face. So this applies 35% less damage from normal magic or rare enemy and 15% less damage on unique enemy. And because we our build don't really have much range anywhere, the chances are you're going to like almost hug and circle the unique enemy, and allows this to apply. At my current setup, I think with our curse effectiveness, this applies like around 10% less damage, and the normal enemy applies like 19%. So you can say like enemy deals 20% less damage here, plus 10% less damage from Intimidate, so 30% less damage just from that. So less damage, high block, chance to evade, and then we have high life and high life regen also. So basically that's the whole meat of our defensive setup. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it about this build. Currently for my upgrade, I'm looking to have the last slot here to be allocated with the unique jewel for plus level of my plus 3 level to my skeletal warrior. And also I'm at level 89 already, so at level 90, I can take plus at level 20 skill gem. So level 20 plus 8 plus 2 plus 5, which leaves me at 20 plus 10, 33 basically. So yeah, at 29, our minion has a 33k life pool. I believe at 33 maybe it has closer to 40, 45k or something. And yeah, so it's kind of hard to explain, but so if you guys have any question, please feel free to ask in the comment section, and I'll answer your query and explain it to the best of my ability. Maybe I'll do a second video once I update it to share with you the final components of the upgrade for this build. And that's it. Thank you very much. Bye.